It seems the heels advocates, my brothers and sisters, has to make this video because what happened to my wrestling? What has happened to my WWE? What has happened to my skew? You know what I'm saying? How do we go from having Rhea Ripley, who's supposed to be this dominatrix type of character in the WWE. She's literally like power bombing dudes and stuff like that. She's playing this character that is representing, you know, dominance and, oh yeah, I'm always on top, mommy this, mommy that, right? But then she comes out amidst the whole fallout after, or like, you know, leading into Monday Night Raw, and she's literally saying this, right? This is a message to Jade Cargill. She says, I'm not having fun. We are not friends. Learn to work and never lie to defame someone's real character by breaking the fourth wall. Boo-hoo, right? Boo-hoo. Now, let's break down what happened. Let's break it down. There was this tweet on Twitter that goes like, so Rhea Ripley goes to have her 7th WrestleMania in a row, and she'll have competed for her belt in every single one of them. All right. Obviously, this one is like cracking me up, bro. Like, Hulkamania, brother, this is not going to work for me, brother. And then she goes on to say Jade Cargill's catchphrase, right? I am that bitch. To which Jade Cargill immediately responds, no, boo, you are the second option. Okay, you know, that's not true, but, you know, let's move on. At me next time so I can see it. And then, this is pretty savage, low-key. She says
one thing I know is to hold a streak and to go in and dominate. And I think Rhea Ripley is one of those people that I would love to go in. But one thing I know is
all right.
Who are you most looking forward to face?
I keep getting this question all the time. Honestly, there's so many dream matches. It just depends. Like, I'm a powerhouse. I do power moves. I beat people up. I throw them around like rag dolls. Right now, I'm guessing Rhea Ripley. She's at the top of her game right now. Like, she's kicking butt.
Women's division.
Okay. Nothing too crazy. The only thing that Jade said was like, that'll be a good match. Let's have that match, right? To which immediately Jade responds with this right here. Okay, she goes on to say this.
Charlotte Flair.
He says, ha, I was just talking. And which member of our social team found that video for you? Of our social media team, you know, like the WWE one? Because we know they always have to find a way to keep you on top going into Mania. Very interesting. All right, but like, let's take a look at this clip.
But Charlotte Flair, I love Charlotte Flair. I love Charlotte Flair. I think she and I will have an amazing match. And one thing I know that Charlotte does is she pulls whomever up that she works with, or she tries her best to do that. And she wants to do nothing but represent and elevate the women's division. And I want to do the same exact thing. So that's one woman I want to work with for sure. I mean, yeah. It's Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair is, in my opinion, one of the best female wrestlers in the current WWE roster. And I'm so upset, bro. I'm genuinely so upset that, man, like that heat that she had last year going into and, you know, after WrestleMania 41, bro, oh my God, that heat was nuclear, bro. Like, she genuinely couldn't take it. She was crying on Instagram, bro. And I'm like, don't you see this is a gold mine? Don't you see that's a gold mine? You really have to come out here and cry because the fans don't like you, because you're getting a lot of negativity. Like, she put on this like fake ass chart. Oh yeah, like 56% of my engagement is negative. Like, bro, shut up, right? But damn, bro, had she just used and capitalized on all of that negativity and all of that heat, man, she could have really done something good with it. But instead, she had to get sidetracked on a freaking tag team quest. But it is what it is, right? So Rhea Ripley responds to this with saying, all you seem to do is talk. And that's literally it. now it's really getting heated, right? She says, talk like the hours you spent talking to creative. Oh my God. Oh my God. All them hours you spent talking to Triple H backstage. All of this hugging and touching. Like, is this what's happening in all of them hours at creative, bro? In them booking rooms, bro. Look at this, man. In full grill, bro. In full grill. Like, bro. Come on, bro. Crotch to crotch, bro. Crotch to... the Johnson out of Virginia. Editors that because they go it, bro. To which Rhea Ripley responds, you're funny, too funny. Now we know you really do be talking out of your ass because everything that you say is bullshit. Don't be spreading lies on my name, you dumb bitch. Okay, whatever, right? Let's just keep on talking. Hit dogs will holla, right? And then she says, anyways, I'm just trying to have a good day. I'm busy on vacation. And then Rhea Ripley, okay, hold on, no. Then she responds, oh God, another victim. Will you girls lighten up and stop crying? We haven't even started yet, boo. And I have to say this. This is pretty interesting, right? Whether or not this is fake or real, I hope it's real, but it doesn't even matter if it is fake, because it comes across as real enough. That's really all that matters. And this kind of reminded me of what happened with Chelsea. No, not Chelsea Green. It's Tiffy time and freaking Chelsea Green. Not Chelsea Green, but Charlotte Flair. All right. If you guys remember this segment, it was pretty boring, right? It didn't hit at all. And it really came to a point where it really fell flat. And then the only thing that kind of saved it was at the end. Tiffany Stratton was like, hey, Charlotte, guess what? At least I'm not 0-3 like you in marriages. And then she just like walks off and runs away. Okay, that was brilliant. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of real. And I'll be very honest here. After the John Cena match against Cody Rhodes, and to be honest, I didn't really care about that match. The only thing that really sold me on that match was the fact that will we see Never Seen 17 at WrestleMania. I knew it was going to happen last year. I just didn't know like if it was going to be at WrestleMania, because John Cena had an entire year, right? So honestly, besides that, I would have to say Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, that was the match that I most looked forward to. And that's not a lie, you know what I'm saying? So we're kind of heading into WrestleMania, and the women, I hate to say it, bro. I hate to say it, bro. But they're once again bringing in a storyline that is the most intriguing.
I need Tiffany to understand that's obviously not how we do this, right? So she needs to go to Charlotte and apologize.
And that's just something that I hate. What do you mean apologize? Look, I get it, bro. It's like, oh man, like at the same time, right? Finally, we kind of have something real, and immediately WWE creative is like, nah, bro, you got to go out there and apologize. And it's like, bruh, come on. You know what I'm saying? This is Triple H that we're talking about, bro. I mean, you were literally taking a shit in The Rock's freaking lunchbox, bro. You were trying to bully The Rock out of the WWE. You and your clique were trying to bully your fellow colleagues backstage. You know what I'm saying? You backstabbed Bret Hart, lied to his face, lied to his wife, swore to God that you had no involvement with the Montreal Screwjob. You know what I'm saying? It's just rich. You know what I'm saying? It's really just rich. But let's just, reel back in to freaking Rhea Ripley, who's out here crying. Then Jade Cargill goes off another tangent. This time around, it's against Chelsea Green. Now, Chelsea Green is just out here bootlicking, bro. She's like, this is proof that you can be kind, respectful, and the most talented in the world, all right? And she's like reacting to the picture of like her walking into Mania with a title match. And then Jade says, it's no point to even go and embarrass you on this app. You always have something to say about everything. And then she's like, damn, hit dogs really do holler. And then she says, keep tap dancing, Chelsea, wolf, whatever, right? And then she says, you're that girl when you cause all this conversation. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, right? It was a busy day for Jade Cargill. Honestly, this is the most character work that she has done. And I really want to touch on this as well. The wrestlers really need to start utilizing all sorts of media outlets. Social media, podcasts, reality TV. Like, they really have to come out. If you're a heel, you genuinely have to say some shit that will get you hated in real life, right? People want to talk about, oh my God, Logan Paul is such a great heel. Logan Paul is such a great heel. But it's like, bro, is he really that good of a heel? Is he really? It's not because he's like, oh my God, let me just come out here and act like a heel. No. What he does is literally, start a crypto project called Crypto Zoo. It turns into a big fiasco. It probably didn't turn out the way that he wanted it to turn out. People are calling it a scam, whether or not it was. I think that's besides the point. Honestly, I would like to believe that if Logan Paul truly wanted to rug pull all those freaking idiots, I think he would have. He didn't rug pull him. He just didn't, pay him back in time. But I think he ended up paying all of them back little by little, or, as much as he could. But the perception still lies there, right? Or how about Logan Paul coming out and like filming that one dead guy in Japan, right? So stuff like that genuinely gets you hated in real life. But I feel that the WWE characters want to kind of play it a little bit too safe. Fuck that, bro, right? If you're like a genuine heel, like, for example, Drew McIntyre, you shouldn't want to come out on podcasts with Logan Paul and try and be civil. You should try to, cause fights, Maybe talk about some freaking conspiracy theories that are completely just ludicrous. Talk about the earth is flat and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Just talk about stuff that will get you genuinely hated. You know? Do some stuff that will get you genuinely hated. Like, a good example could be, let's just say, right? Let's just say Dominic Mysterio is trying to be a heel. Okay, cool. Why doesn't Dominic Mysterio go on a freaking live stream with Clavicular, for example, right? And they're trying to go to a club. And then Clavicular's like, bro, like, aren't you married? And like, Dominic is like, yeah, I fuck my wife, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then people are going to be like hating, bro. Like, for real, right? For real, they're going to be hating. But like, that's what you got to do, bro. People want to glaze MJF. Oh my God, he's always in kayfabe. I mean, is he really always in kayfabe? Or is he just like realizing the fact that you kind of have to be a little bit more on than usual? And if you really want to be a good heel, you genuinely have to be hated. Like Gunther, for example, you can genuinely hate the guy. You can genuinely hate the guy. And he used the medium of professional wrestling to get you to dislike him. For example, personally, I dislike Gunther. Do I dislike Gunther on a personal level? No. But do I look at him and say, oh my God, I love the guy? No. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing his job perfectly well. I cannot say that about any other heel in the WWE. I really cannot say that. And this doesn't apply to the people that want to be, shitty. Like, for example, John Cena, when he was like a heel, he's like, oh, I'm not going to give you a new attire, a new finisher, a new theme song. People are going to boo that, obviously. But it's like, oh my God, look, I'm getting booed. That means it's working. It's like the same logic that like people want to apply to Logan Paul. Look, you don't like Logan Paul. You kind of hate him. You kind of boo him. That makes him a good heel. That's like, no, it doesn't really work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can bring freaking Rick Ross and put the freaking world title on him. I don't want to be like, oh my God, he's such a great wrestler. Or like, he's such a good heel because we all hate him. It doesn't work like that, bro. So anyways, to top it all off, freaking... And Piper Niven, bro, I don't know where she's these days. I think she blew up both her fucking, knees. It's just crazy, bro. People got to really get in shape. It's actually genuinely sad these days. She says, who the fuck even said anything about you? Contrary to your belief, the world doesn't actually revolve around you. And then Jade says, hi, Piper. I hope you're healing well. Can't wait to give you some ring time. And, y'all can't fuck with me on this app. Y'all better leave me alone. And that's above your pay grade, Piper. So she was just pretty much saying, shut the hell up, bro. You're not getting paid enough to be talking to the champ, And that's pretty much all of the the drama that's been happening with Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. And I think right now, if this is a work, I like it. I've said it on numerous occasions. These wrestlers have to genuinely start using social media, bro. Now you have to tell your stories through social media. Let's go viral, Drew. Let's go viral. Come on. Come on, whip out your iPhone 17 Pro Max 2 terabyte and put it on film mode and let's record an Apple Prologue. Plug in an SSD. I will color grade it afterwards. How about you and I shoot some content and we're gonna go freaking viral, Drew. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you gotta do, bro. And this is right now, whether it is planned or not, hey, it gets the same result. And I really do not want WWE Unreal to shatter the illusion. They kind of shattered the illusion on Netflix, okay? They really did. And let me show you guys, like after the match that Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair had, bro, like they immediately went backstage and they were like hugging it out, right? Like before the match began or something, right? They were like, hugging it out and they were kind of happy. I would have preferred something that happened between these two where they weren't hugging it out, I don't want to see that. They need to use WWE Unreal as a means to keep kayfabe alive. As soon as you and I question what is real, what is fake, that's when we are all hooked in. Understand? That's what we are all a fan of. When wrestling is as close to reality, that's the best. When Lita is cheating on Matt Hardy and Matt Hardy is freaking calling on Bite This. When Lita is on the show and Matt Hardy is spilling all the beans, that's what we want to see. But I feel like Triple H, he doesn't want that. He didn't like it when Karrion Kross cut that pipe bomb on the Not Sam podcast. Wouldn't you know it, shortly after that he's fired or, he didn't get his contract renewed. Wouldn't you know it that immediately after that Triple H is forcing Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair to make up right away. Wouldn't you know that is the case? And this is something that I kind of hate to see. The environment is a little bit too comfortable. The environment is a little bit too friendly or something like that. I don't know, right? I want to believe that wrestling is a place for tough people with thick skin. But it seems like for the ladies or something, bro, they really have a big time problem with keeping that thick skin going. Like, let's look at this for example, right? This is like Liv Morgan running up to a fan, right? And I hate this right here. I hate this so much because it's like, what are you doing, bro? Fans are heckling, they're booing, and you have to apologize. Your job is to get booed, bro. You know, your job is to get booed. And if you get booed, deal with it, bro. Look, I get it. Some fans, they might say something that's kind of crossing the line. You know, they might say you're a fucking this, you're a that, you're a boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? They might cross the line. And I would like to believe if I'm sitting next to somebody, bro, and they're actually just being fucking vile, I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, you gotta chill, bro. Like, the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're losing all the aura. You're drying all the fucking bitches up, bro. Like, chill, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro, right? But as a wrestler, as a performer, isn't that what you want? Shouldn't you want to go out there and kind of play off of that? Come on. It's really getting to a point where you can't say anything. Like, it's almost as if the people that you should like, it's pre-programmed. The people that you should hate, it's pre-programmed. Like, for example, Drew McIntyre. I watched a house show that he had against Cody Rhodes. It was a one-on-one match. And like in the walkout for Cody Rhodes, the people weren't really feeling him too much, right? They were kind of booing him. And then Drew McIntyre comes out and he's getting cheered. Now, obviously, the roles are kind of reversed here. Why is the heel getting cheered and the babyface booed? So, like, immediately Drew McIntyre, he makes his way to the ring. He gets announced, and wouldn't you know it, Drew McIntyre, he gets on the mic like a good, proper professional heel, and he starts getting the heat on himself. He's like, oh, where were you guys when I needed y'all? Now you want to come and cheer for me? You guys stink. All of you dirty freaking morons, you neckbeards, all you the blah, 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 blah. And then he's making himself get hated by the crowd, which only causes the natural reaction for Cody Rhodes to be the quite opposite. Like, man, Cody, you're already guy now. Like, you got to go out there and whoop his ass now. You got to get that done for us. And so a good heel does that for the babyface. A good heel is going to go out of his way and make sure he doesn't get cheered. Now, a lot of the times when we talk about, man, I would love for Cody Rhodes to turn heel. I would love for this guy to turn heel, that guy to turn heel. But you kind of want that in the taste of them being an anti-hero, and you're kind of cheering them on like Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? They're like an anti-hero and you kind of want them to be a cool heel. But, you know, not everybody can be that, because when that is the case, you're not really a heel, are you? You know, so when people say, I want Cody to turn heel, that really means you have to genuinely, from the bottom of your heart, like, the first reaction you have is to boo the guy, right? So when people say, Randy Orton needs to turn heel, well, do you want to boo Randy Orton? You know, that, like, what was the first thing The Rock said when he started to turn heel as the final boss? He said, are you sure you want to boo The Rock? Are you sure you want to boo the final boss? Right? And for better or worse, The Rock kind of succeeded in getting like boos, right? Yeah, aside from him walking out and getting a big pop and a cheer, when he got on the mic, he did a great job of getting booed, because the heel's job is to make the babyface look great. And what did The Rock do in the lead up to WrestleMania 40? He made Cody Rhodes the ultimate triumphant American. He made him look like $1 million. When he finally got that 3 count, 1, 2, 3, there was nobody thinking to themselves, that guy isn't somebody that, you know, conquered it all, and we gotta applaud him, we gotta cheer him. That was Cody's job, to get over. The Rock's job was to put over Cody, and he did. But now my question is this: if you're a heel like Liv Morgan here and Roxanne Perez, why do you care so much? It's in between the freaking commercials, bro. Nobody sees this. This doesn't put over the care. If anything, you as a heel, you know, if you hear that heckling, what you should do is get out of the ring and join forces so you make Vicaire look better and so that she can pin you and look triumphant. But it seems that right now everybody in the WWE is too soft. They don't know what the hell they're doing these days. Rhea Ripley is out here talking about breaking the fourth wall. Are you stupid? What fourth wall, man? We're sick and tired of this fourth wall shit, bro. And I've also noticed that like Rhea Ripley is like kind of walking away from the mommy gimmick. Like she keeps calling herself Rhea Bloody Ripley. I think she's kind of over the mommy gimmick, the mommy nickname, because if you think about it, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like she's walking up into an arena and a bunch of freaking obese fat fuckers with neck beards are calling her mommy, bro. Like if she walks into a freaking arena and it's all a bunch of like Cristiano Ronaldo's, like 10 PSL moggers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, 8% body fat, six pack, you know what I'm saying? Jawline type of guys. I think she would have less of an issue with that, but obviously it's not what you say. It's always about who says it. I'm the heels advocate and I'm out.